The Pied Piper's Enchanted Melody.
Hamelin was a peaceful town, known for its cobblestone streets and colorful houses along the river. Every day, the market square would be full of merchants selling fresh fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods. But one morning, the townspeople woke up to a big problem. The town was overrun with hundreds of rats. There were so many rats that the people couldn't go about their daily routines. The rats were running around the market stalls, hiding under houses, and gnawing on food in kitchens. One morning, a mysterious stranger arrived in the town square. He wore a long cloak and carried an old flute. The mayor saw him and approached, asking, "Who are you, and why have you come here? Would you like to help us?" The stranger calmly brought the flute to his lips and said, "I can get rid of the rats in your town, but what will you give me in return?" The townspeople looked at him in surprise, and the mayor replied, "We will give you whatever you want." The piper took a deep breath and brought the flute to his lips. He started playing a melody. The townspeople watched in amazement as the rats, drawn by the music, began to come out from every corner of the town and gather around the piper. The rats followed the tune, and soon the streets were filled with them. It was the strangest thing the townspeople had ever seen. The rats moved without hesitation, heading toward the large stone bridge by the river. The townspeople breathed a sigh of relief as they saw the piper lead the rats to the river. But instead of offering a reward, the mayor laughed and said, "You saved the town with just a melody. Gold would be too much." The piper's expression didn't change, but his anger grew. The mayor turned to the townspeople and said, "Now we can continue peacefully. Thank you all." But by then, the piper was already far away from them. The piper realized that the townspeople hadn't kept their promise. He paused for a moment, then brought the flute to his lips once again and started playing the same melody. But this time, the tune was different, darker, and more threatening. The piper began casting a spell that would take hold of the townspeople, just like it had with the rats. Slowly, the rats began to reappear in the town, and the people watched in shock. This time, however, the rats moved even closer, following the piper toward the river. As the rats moved toward the town, the people were once again shocked. The piper began playing his melody one last time, and the rats, one by one, began to march toward the deep waters of the river. It was a moment the townspeople would never forget. The rats were gone, but there was a lesson. They needed to keep their promises. As the townspeople silently watched, the piper disappeared once again, leaving them to reflect on their actions. The townspeople now knew they had to keep their promises. From then on, they made sure never to give promises they couldn't keep. After the piper's departure, the townspeople realized their mistakes and once again understood the value of being together. As days passed, the town became more peaceful and happy than ever before. One day, the piper came back to visit the town. The mayor, with a smile, handed him the golden reward he had promised. "We kept our word, and we truly thank you," said the mayor. The piper accepted the reward and murmured, Sometimes, a small reminder sets everything right. From that moment on, the townspeople became more careful and respectful. Everyone was happy that the town was free from rats, and the piper had returned. As the piper played his cheerful tune, the townspeople danced and sang together. The sky was bright, and the town looked more colorful and alive than ever before. Everyone was happy, joyful, and had rediscovered the power of being together. Now, Hamelin was a joyful town, filled with a loving and united community, growing stronger with each passing day. The townspeople had learned a lesson from the piper and promised never to backtrack on their promises again.
We hope you enjoyed the Pied Piper's enchanted melody. If you did, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future adventures. Don't forget to leave a comment below. We'd love to know your thoughts. See you next time.